welcome to Mock the Week. I'm Dara Breen. Joined this week are Katherine, Ryan, Rhys James, Scott Bennett, Ed Byrne, Hugh Dennis and Sara Pascoe. We start tonight with a round called Picture of the Week. I show the panel a topical image and ask them to tell me what is happening. So, teams, what's going on here?
He's saying the UK is no longer bankrupt. Turns out I've got a very wealthy Nigerian uncle.
Has Starmer finally found a monitor big enough to list all Peter Mandelson's allegations?
I just verify my age, and then the boobs will appear.
I think he's downloading his new fitness plan from HS Tiki Taki.
There's someone going, Keir, you've read 48 reviews. Just buy the dishwasher.
I guess it's true what they say. If you sit too close to the screen, your head will go square.
Rhys, I was thinking that you won't know this because you're younger than the rest of us, but when you used to have, like, one computer in a school, this is what it was like in the computer room. When you had your turn, like, someone was just sort of sitting next to you, watching what you were doing, waiting for theirs.
Yeah.
How do you think I'm 6?
I can't work it out.
Rhys and I wouldn't understand those times.
Is he saying, don't shout at me, Mr. President. HMS Reluctant will be leaving port soon.
If he's actually talking to Donald Trump, he's just sitting there going, you're on mute.
Yeah.
Now you've turned your camera off.
He's saying, as a result of the war, we're cutting back on energy costs, which is why I'm using this wooden keyboard.
Yeah, Mandelson's gone. I just need to take him off my top 8 friends on MySpace.
Your nuclear codes must contain at least one number and one special...
Yeah. Oh,
Kaboom! Exclamation mark. Does they know what actually this is?
He's looking for the folder marked due diligence.
He's saying, finally, some good news for national morale. Rhys James is going on tour.
When, Rhys? When?
No, well, no. We are not starting that. What is the correct answer? Hugh, what's the correct answer, please?
Well, that is Prime Minister Keir Starmer, who's had a bit of a difficult week.
That's very right. Thank you very much, Hugh. Very good.
Can you stay on top of these things?
This is UK Prime Minister Keir Starmer, pictured with Secretary of Defence John Healey. This is the news that in response to spiralling energy costs caused by the blockade in the Strait of Hormuz, Starmer has announced a package of measures worth £53 million to help people struggling with rising prices. Who are the measures going to help the most?
Well, it's heating oil, isn't it?
It is heating oil.
It's heating oil, so that's when you're off-grid. It's mainly people who live in country areas. And that's the worry, because some of that money will therefore go to Prince Andrew.
I thought people in rural communities just burnt outsiders. I think they'd be better off sending them a giant wicker Keir Starmer.
Well, you've got to remember, Scott, is this your first show and you're the outsider?
Can I point out that I get my heating oil delivered and I'm really feeling the pinch. And it's weird because it throws people when you tell them you have your heating oil delivered. It seems like a very weird way to heat your house, that a man drives a tanker full of oil up to your tank. It's like having your electricity delivered. It'd be like every 3 months a guy just showed up to change the batteries in your house.
Just put in a really huge AA battery. You put it in the wrong way. You put it in the wrong way, take it out, spin it around.
Just turn the old one a few times to see
This is bad. Do you really... I thought you were joking.
I actually know we have heating oil in our house, yeah. It's more than doubled in price, yeah.
This is the most Irish I've ever felt that you are.
Yeah.
I was reading this, I'd never heard of this.
Yes, but before that we were burning Protestants.
Fair enough.
We've been watching songs of praise going, oh, that's a good one now there. You get a week out of that one now.
How'd you get the news about the oil prices, Ed? Your medium wave radio, your BlackBerry blowing up?
We have the internet brought in once a week in buckets.
What else might go up in price?
Everything.
Everything was going to go up in price. Yay!
Mortgage rates are going up, aren't they? Mortgages are going to go up. And as a millennial, can I just say, ha, 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 ha. I just think with the mortgages going up, right, it's just like, because, you know, boomers are the ones with the mortgages, right? And if you are a boomer who's struggling to pay your mortgage, just think, if maybe you'd bought a few less houses and a few more posh coffees, you wouldn't be in this mess. Well, that's a millennial crowd.
Can I say that we're always being criticised for being like the golden generation because we've earned more money from property than our kids. Let me tell you, there is nothing golden about having your children live with you forever. Nothing.
It does worry me. I wonder if we're going to get to the point where the only way we'll keep warm will be having orgies smothered in deep heat. And you'll just pass lay-bys in Norfolk and there'll be people rutting in puffer jackets.
But that happens anyway.
Yeah.
Also, people on Ozempic and Manjaro, they got a lot of hate for a while, and now food's so expensive. Who's laughing now? We don't need it.
Yeah, but you can. There's ways to, like, you know, there's money-saving ideas to get it cheaper, you know, like to get petrol cheaper. You just got to find that garage that does it cheaper than all the other ones, haven't you? You know, I found this one. It's 10p cheaper than anywhere else, and it's in Carlisle, so I just drive there every time.
How has Keir Starmer stood up to Donald Trump?
By not sending ships straight away, and then offering to send ships, but being told that the war is already won, and then not even saying anything when being asked for more ships.
We have sent a ship anyway.
We have, you have, yeah.
But it was not. It wasn't offensive. It's defensive, and it's the HMS Dragon.
Why is it called a dragon? Dragons are not water-based animals.
I think it's a concession to the Welsh. I think it's a kind of.
But the Welsh isn't a dragon, is it?
Is it not a dragon?
No. It's got a different name, and it's got those big legs. I don't think that's a dragon either.
What is it, then?
I should have listened more on QI the other day. We did a whole like an hour on this.
This will never come up again.
That's fantastic. You're bringing second-hand panel show information.
I tell them about the news.
What did they say about it on Cat's Countdown?
When are we doing the prize task?
This is a Class 45 destroyer, isn't it? And what the thing I don't...
Yeah.
If either me or Dara knew that, we'd look really suspicious. Yeah. Notoriously, they have certain weaknesses that Semtex can be jammed into.
I think you should send him more ships, but charge a 60% tariff for each one. I think that's the...
By the way...
That's the system.
The ship that's being sent isn't the one at the back. It's the little white one at the front.
I think it's wonderful that he's just sent one battleship, because even when you play the game Battleships, you have more than that. I just love the idea of D4, hit. Right, that's done then.
Moving on, before we move on, a big shout-out to people in Cyprus, because I was in Cyprus last week, because I get there faster than HMS Dragon. I should be there and come back, like whenever I did a show over there. But a big shout-out to the woman who posted on Twitter the day after I was there going, well, thanks to Dara Breen, who actually came, unlike fake Billy Ocean. So I don't know who fake Billy Ocean is, but, no, you are not welcome back in Cyprus, because you chickened out of going to Cyprus, and fake Billy Ocean is somewhere in London going, sounded really dangerous, you know, and when the going gets tough, fake Billy Ocean does not go to Cyprus.
You were there?
Yes.
So you're our first line of defence?
I was, yeah. Briefly, I was in an advanced position in the current...
So it's like, Starmer basically said, we're not sending you a warship, we will send you Dara O'Brien.
Take your mind off it. Moving on, what's going on here?
This is my pornography. It's a fully dressed man being kind to animals.
The two ugly alpacas in the background look like they're bitching about the fit one at the front.
I think you'll find what
He
that
always gets the
He's always pushing the front.
Rhys, I think you'll find that's white alpacas being radicalised by someone who likes to be brown man.
He's disappointed. He's like, on Hinge, it said feisty redhead.
They're actually becoming increasingly rare in the UK, Lib Dems.
What is a Lib Dem, Rhys? Do they face the same prejudice as bisexuals?
This is Ed Davey being no more Mr. Nice Guy. He's saying, vote Lib Dem, or I will slash this animal's throat.
Ed, See how much that energised the crowd.
This is the no-nonsense tough guy they want to see from Ed Davey these days.
Do you mind if we go
Break
back...
that thing's neck.
Can we go back to talking about the Iran war to lighten the fucking mood?
If any viewers are upset by any of the content in tonight's show, there will be a number at the bottom.
My kids loved alpacas, and then Ed came on the television and talked about alpacas dying. Why did he do that? Why did you talk about alpacas dying? Because sometimes they have to die. Sometimes they're a menace. They're on the
Just
streets.
for more votes.
Yeah. Why was he criticised this week, by the way? Why was Ed Davey criticised?
He's touching up an alpaca.
He's been told to ditch the clown act.
He has. He absolutely, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's a bit annoying. I've booked him for my daughter's birthday party. He's bringing an alpaca with him, which is going to be a nightmare in the open plan kitchen.
At the end, just holding up a severed head of an alpaca. Children are crying and going, this is the new reality.
I mean, they said to ditch the clown act, but that's his whole thing, isn't it?
Yeah,
That's it. Without that, he's got no personality. He's got the, you know, spirit of a mortgage advisor trapped in the body of a sex tourist.
Yeah, I think it's really out of order. He's just a happy guy.
Oh, look at that.
It's an amazing photograph. It is. Honestly, just enjoy this. This not photoshopped, not fake, not AI slop, genuine shot of a political leader, and everything about it is perfect.
He's living the exact life of everyone in an advert for incontinence pads. Everything he does is like, I can still do it all, thanks to Tenor. I can go bungee jumping, paddleboarding, and all wearing white trousers.
Yeah.
And then Hugh comes in with the...
Oh, look at that.
What a lucky guess.
Yes. Oh, no, all of the photographs are this. Every photograph you have of Ed Davey is this, like the... Go on, pick up another one. There we go. Constantly doing that. And all of them come with loads of tiny text about how do not take money if you're also taking this. Counterindications include heart attack, disease, whatever.
It must be annoying to be a Lib Dem donor. Being like, are you spending the money on campaign literature and focus groups? Oh, no, he's put springs on his arse and gone to Thorpe Park again.
Where's Ed as he zorbs behind people? Where's Ed gone? And he's in a giant inflatable ball.
Rollerblading through Legoland every day.
It's some way refreshing rather than seeing somebody on a sex island. That you're seeing somebody at Chessington.
Oh, he makes me genuinely feel so happy.
I like him.
And I like the fact that, yeah, you're right, Epstein would never have replied to an email from him. He wouldn't have thought he'd be like, I don't want to be his friend. And that's a good sign, I think, isn't it?
Yeah, they say, do you want to come to the island of grown-up fun? No.
I don't want a massage, I want to go go-karting.
At the end of that round, the points go to Ed, Hugh and Sara. Join us after the break for more Mock the Week. Now we play a game called You Think That's Bad. In a world where everything seems to be going wrong, this is a chance for our performers to compete to outdo each other with tales of woe from their lives, and I decide whose is the worst. Anyone care to start us off?
I wear the same pants as Peter Mandelson.
One small clarification, right? It's an arresting image. You do mean the same brand of pants.
It's not like you don't alternate days.
I'm intrigued by the fact that you've looked at the photos from the Epstein file and recognised the brand of pants and felt...
Well, I don't say I'm wearing them now, but when I was sort of a teenager, I wore roughly the same sorts of pants. I had a slight pant disaster at one point as a teenager, and I had all my pants stolen, and I had to go and buy more pants. This is the day before I went back to school. And I ended up with, like, 11 pairs of white pants and one pair of yellow pants that my mum thought were normal, but on the front, they had a logo that said, "Beware the Beast."
Why did you have all your pants stolen? I don't mean to sound like I'm
We've
victim
really
blaming.
derailed this game.
But I understand it now that you're famous. But
No,
when you were in school...
Well, look, so my dad was a vicar, right? So we lived in a...
No, that's enough.
We-
That's all I needed to hear.
I was very common.
You think that's bad? And I don't have one nearly as bad as any of that.
No, we think that's weird.
Well, years ago, I used to have the weirdest fetish ever. I used to steal a vicar's son's pants. And I thought I got away with it, too.
think that's bad, if your wife suggests you should introduce some toys into the bedroom, she didn't mean hungry hippos. And they don't like to be called that. It's Alan and Graham from next door. I asked them to come round in Hugh's pants as well.
If you think that's bad, I just bought an apartment in Dubai.
If you think that's bad, my cloud got hacked and my nudes were so unsexy they got Grok to get me dressed.
If you think that's bad, I just bought non-refundable tickets to take Timothée Chalamet to the ballet if he won an Oscar.
If you think that's bad, my children are so addicted to screens at the moment, the only way I can get them out for a walk is to lure them out the house with the router. We can only walk to a 50-metre extension.
50-metre radius, extension of some sort.
If you think that's bad, I've had so many kids now, the hospital named some stirrups in my honor.
You think that's bad? I had to tell my wife that our skybox is broken and I was unable to record last week's episode in order to stop her from watching the derogatory comments you lot made about what was going on between me and a French exchange student.
Hugh and Sara. The next round is called Running Out of Heating Oil. This game involves Sara and Scott. If you could make your way to the performance area, please. This round's a stand-up challenge. I launched a wheel of news, and whoever chooses to stop one of our performers will step forward and talk about that subject. The winner is whoever I think is the funniest. OK, here we go. Let's have our first topic, please. And the first topic is ambition. Who wants to give me that? Sara.
So I've been thinking a lot recently about Paula Radcliffe, because it's 20 years ago this year. Paula Radcliffe, of course, an incredible athlete, exceptional woman. 20 years ago, she was running the London Marathon, and she, yeah, you remember now. So, you know, she needed the toilet, and she didn't want to lose the time that it would take to go and do it sort of privately. And, you know, they're filming it, it's live television. So she crouched down at the side of the road, and she did it. Poo. And this is the important bit, she then got up and she won the London Marathon. I know, and I'm obsessed with it. I'm obsessed with it because there is nothing I want that much. Like, in terms of, like, your lives, like, your hopes and dreams, like, your ambitions, the things you'd like to achieve, is there anything where you think, yeah, I would do a shit outside in front of everyone in order to get it? Because I can't think of anything. You know, like postcode lottery, no. Driving licence, no. I test myself with scenarios. So I like, imagined the other day, I was like, what if the Academy call me? And they're like, Sara, this year at the Oscars, we will give you the Best Actor Oscar. You're not in anything. It's the male category, but we will read out your name. All you have to do in the aisle as you're walking up to collect it. And I would say, no, no, thank you, not under those circumstances. And then I imagine that they're calling me back. You know, they're trying to persuade me. They're like, oh, Sara, no, you wouldn't have to crouch down and do it in an embarrassing way. You know, you could just do it like a horse. Yeah, so that's not even slow down. Just sort of have it drop out of your dress on the way up there. And I'll still say, no, no, thank you. I don't know if my lack of ambition is holding back my career. My husband wants very different things to me. My husband, he would like a threesome. That's his ambition. Yeah, he was like, the other day, he was like, oh, he's Australian. Oh. You know, I want to be sexy. If we could get some other people involved in the bedroom. And I'm like, no, 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 I could do all of it. I'll just move my arms and legs quicker. You know, I'll just whiz around the bed a bit, you know. I can put on a funny voice, you won't know in the dark, you know. Touch my toots.
Thank you very much, Sara. That leaves us with Scott. Let's see what your topic is. Let's spin the wheel. OK, the topic is ageing.
OK, I'm 46 now. You're right not to applaud. And I've reached the point now where I'm going to the gym just to maintain where I am, which is truly tragic. I've got a personal trainer who says, you're looking to get shredded, you're looking to get ripped. was like, no, Jace, I'm looking to get dressed. That would be... I'd just like to put my socks on without involving my children first. I don't know what's happened to me. I'm trying, I'm clinging on. I went to a post-punk gig recently, and I got in the mosh pit, which was an error. Because it was just everyone my own age. At one point, we all had our hands in the air, like an act of defiance. But what ruined it was a sea of Apple Watches warning us we're in a loud environment. You're going to smash the system, but you keep it below 85 decibels. You're not meant to be there. Because that's the thing that leaves you behind. My nephew's 19. He's had them holes put in his earlobes, right? When was that agreed? It makes his face look like a camping ground sheet. I don't know whether to talk to him or peg him down. I mean... It's like a piece of tarpaulin with opinions. Do you know what that's really good for? It's measuring the perfect portion of spaghetti. What's that going to look like when he's older? I suppose he gives somewhere for a nurse to hang a drip, doesn't it? Maybe that's the idea. But I look at my dad. My dad's in his 70s. He's embracing it, right? He's stopped caring. I was there the other week. He was polishing his car with a pair of old underpants. He said to me, it's better than any cloth. I said, yeah, but take them off. I can't watch you grinding up the side of an Octavia like a geriatric Beyonce. It's horrific. You're doing a slut drop in the alloys, mate. Like Victoria Beckham at a wedding. I can't have this. But I am trying. I want to leave a legacy for my children. I'm trying to look after myself. And then something happened the other week, and I thought, what's the point? Because I was at a gig, and another act came up to me and said, Scott, you look fantastic. Have you been training? Have you been dieting? I'd had the neurovirus. I've been shitting myself inside out for a month. I thought I was going to die. And he looked at me and went, whatever you're doing, keep doing it. That's the best you've ever looked. Your cheekbones have come back. I've given up on the gym. I'm licking handrails outside a walking centre. I'm only eating in one-star rated restaurants. I've just ordered a tapeworm on the dark web. Basically, I'm going to shit myself into skinny jeans. That's my plan. Thank you.
Well done. Point there and go to Scott Bennett. Sit down. Come on. Join us after the break for more Mock the Week. The next round is called If This Is the Answer, What Is the Question? On the board are 6 categories. Scott, which category would you like?
Politics, please.
OK, your topic is politics. The answer is around £500,000. What is the question?
How much would I pay to have an uninterrupted poo in my own house?
Is it how much will I win if Prince Andrew becomes the new host of Strictly?
Is it how much do I owe the student loans company for my degree in financial planning?
Is it what would Christmas have cost me if I'd got my kids everything they asked for?
Is it, of the $10 billion Donald Trump is suing them for, how much would bankrupt the BBC?
Is it, what's the going rate to jog a politician's memory?
How much would £1 million house be worth if Peter Mandelson moved in next door?
Is it how much do vets now charge to drain a dog's anal glands? It's a lot.
It's a lot. That is a lot.
If only we could run our houses on the juice that comes out of the dog's drink.
I'll do it for free.
It isn't the word juice, it was the word juice. I apologise.
Is it how much was the restaurant fined at the end of Ratatouille?
Is it how much of my £500,000 investment did I lose when I invested in Hoc Trois coin?
Is it how much did my dad think leaving a light on in one room would cost per minute?
Is it how much damage was done when they left my nan in charge of the thermostat at Madame Tussauds?
Is it 4 people, 4 nights, summer holidays at Centre Parks?
Is it how much is a flight from Abu Dhabi to Heathrow?
Is it how much was Bonnie Blue's last dry cleaning bill?
Is it how much could you make annually from my new cryptocurrency, huge coin.
Is it how much did I make selling a vicar's son's pants on eBay?
Is it, if a busker borrowed your hat, Dara, how much could he fit in it?
No.
A big head. Yeah, a massive head. What I was making there with that.
If you go to a money exchange in an airport and exchange 1 million British pounds for British pounds, how much do you get?
OK, then have the correct answer, please.
How much does it cost to keep my daughter in her various school clubs per month? Dreams that are going nowhere. Pointless. Pointless.
How much has Sara Pascoe turned down to poo in public?
Is it actually, is it how much did Peter Mandelson ask for as a severance pay?
Absolutely right. Thank you very much, Ed. Thank you. Yes. The question I was looking for is, what did Peter Mandelson request as severance payment after he was sacked as UK ambassador to the United States? This is news that information about the negotiations was included in the release of a 147-page collection of documents on Mandelson's appointment and subsequent removal, following the emergence of more details about his friendship with Jeffrey Epstein. Peter Mandelson has continually denied any wrongdoing. Could we have written a more fucking wordy way? Fucking hell. So what was the outcome of all this?
The outcome was he asked for $500,000 and they gave him about 70 grand, which just shows us the shit-hot negotiator we lost.
That's what you got to do, man. I asked for 500 grand to do this show from TLC. Sure, I didn't get it, but I got £10 an episode and an appointment with Dr. Pimple Popper.
He said the reason he asked for £500,000 was because what he said was the actions of His Majesty's government have permanently damaged his employability.
Oh.
He's 72. What, is he going to miss out on an internship now because of this?
I think we don't want to see, like, what he got. We should be able to see how he asked for it. You know, I want to see dragons. I'm asking for 500,000 to never work again due to my links to an international super nonce.
Alleged super nonce.
Yeah.
No, I think we know that Epstein
I just
was
wanted...
a super nonce, don't we?
Yeah, I don't have to make out. I know he's not going to sue us from beyond the grave.
It's a bold move. I almost respect him. Like, would I let him take my daughter on holiday? No, but he could get a John Lewis refund.
He's going to make his real money in podcasts, though, isn't he?
Yeah.
Oh,
It's just, it's so obvious that no one's going to get any consequences, and he's going to start a podcast with Andrew called The Rest is Redacted.
It's like me. I complained about a pizza at Domino's, and I was on the phone sort of back and forth for about 20 minutes, and then in the end they said, do you want some dough balls? And I just went, deal! And that was... I knew when I'd won, you know.
You've got Pizza Express dough balls from Domino's.
Yes.
That is power.
Or did you want to just pretend you'd been a Pizza Express because it might be useful as an alibi later?
It's where people go. It's where people go.
This picture came out during all this. Honestly, that's it. There you go. But
This looks like the eye view of the terrified child who's come to collect their ball they've kicked over the fence.
I find quite gratifying that this rich, powerful cabal of men who are like secretly basically running the world, the elite, and they have the same chair and table you can buy from B&Q for 500 quid.
That's what they're saying. It's a display model. We'll never sell it now. Get off it.
Finally, an image more disturbing than when I caught my mom doing reverse cowgirl.
Is Andrew vaping? He looks like he's vaping. He'll do anything to impress a teenager.
Did you say vaping? You said vaping, yeah?
Yes, I did say vaping.
Yeah.
He's allegedly vaping. Allegedly, he is a vapist.
No, it is like...
Really out of water. No chance.
I don't know. There's a lawyer with a pen going...
Allegedly in there.
At the end of that round, the points go to Scott, Rhys and Katherine. The next round is called Audience Question Time. We throw ourselves open to the studio audience and invite them to ask us questions on any topic. First up, is there a Nikki here, by the way? Hey, Nikki, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm very well, thanks for asking. And what question do you have for everyone here?
What do you think is really overrated?
QI.
I mean, it's just facts being explained slowly. I mean, I honestly...
People can't even remember them. What's the point?
Any podcast that won't have me as a guest instantly becomes overrated in my mind.
Surely there's no one that wouldn't have you as a
There's
guest.
loads, yeah. Off menu can go fuck itself.
Video doorbells. People say they're amazing because you can check in on them wherever you are. So you can be on a beach, you know, watching someone burgle your house, and all you can do is try and persuade them to stop.
On your holidays going, no, I'm just upstairs. I'm just inconvenienced at the moment.
Please don't take my son's pants again.
They're holding up the stuff they're robbing like that. Have you got the charger for this?
I've got a similar thing. I think it's overrated. I think camera phones are overrated. I think looking at pictures of yourself actually makes you feel much worse about yourself, much more critical. I know that younger women look at women my age and older and think, oh, why are you walking around? You know, you look terrible. Why don't you care about it? And the reason is that, like, when we were growing up, we had our photographs taken once a year at school, twice if someone brought an owl in.
For me, most overrated thing is, like, productivity gurus and, like, cold shower people who, like, Wim Hof it and do all of that cold shower in the morning. Because they always say it's got all these benefits, having a cold shower, ice cold shower. They're like, it really wakes you up in the morning. I'm like, yeah, of course it does. It's pouring ice-cold water on yourself. That's how they wake up hostages. That's a cuckoo clock in Guantanamo Bay. I'm a free man. I can do it. And then they'll be like, oh, it reduces stress. It's like, oh, does it? You know what I find stressful? Breathless goosebumps and a fully retracted penis. OK?
You really hit your targets. That's because I've been waterboarding myself.
Thank you very much, Iggy. OK, for the next question, there's a Will somewhere in the audience. Hey, Will, how are you? What question do you have for everyone?
What news would you most like to hear at the moment?
Oh, Will.
I would love to hear that Greenland and Canada have launched a successful invasion of America.
I really want sort of things for my friends, so I'd like Ed to get on off menu and Rhys to get on QI.
I'd love to hear that Trump has been an elaborate hoax by Darren Brown. And I'd love that to be revealed by new Mock the Week host, Rhys James.
I would like my teenage daughter to bring down the cups and bowls she's got in her bedroom. Yeah, because at the moment we're a one-bowl family. We're just passing it back and forth. You know, I'm sick of eating my Weetabix out of a wok.
You said bowls. I thought you said bones.
Cups and
just like something about wolf.
No, there could be bones up there. I'll be honest with you, I wouldn't be surprised. It's like an archaeological dig under her bed at the moment. So.
How old is she?
15.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you used to go that.
Good luck.
They're pure evil. They're on TikTok so much, they're like instruments of the Chinese government at this point.
When they do bring them down, any chance to leave them even near the dishwasher? No, they're inside the door of the kitchen. Magical fairies will take them from there to wherever.
Oh, you wait till you get a husband.
That's the dream, Sarah. He's out there somewhere. My daughter is a radiator, and it's just cups and bowls the entire way along the radiator.
Yeah.
Maybe unchain her from it, then.
Yeah. Thank you very much, Gareth. Thank you, and thank you all of our audience. Thank you very much. Join us again after the break. The next round is called Between the Lines and features Hugh and Rhys. So would you make your way to the press pit, please? Rhys delivers a speech in the guise of a leading figure on the world stage, while Hugh translates what they really mean. This week, Rhys is Ed Miliband.
He's still knocking about, is he? Hello. Remember me?
I am the political equivalent of tennis's Jamie Murray.
I know how effective wind is as an energy source.
I am full of hot air.
I am the choice of the party to replace Keir Starmer.
Hard to believe, I know.
We must learn to say no to Donald Trump.
Especially when the question is, would you like a bacon sandwich?
I am one of the few faces in the cabinet that people recognise.
They think I'm Wallace. Chuck in cheese, Gromit.
God, you said that. I thought you meant Greg Wallace. People mock my ideas as crazy.
They won't be laughing when I'm driving my cheese-powered car to my house made of wool.
The Tories have called... OK. The Tories... OK.
Why is your internal monologue interrupting your external monologue?
Hugh, will you please let me continue my dream of pretending to be Ed Miliband? I'm all about net zero.
That is my current approval rating.
Sadly, it is true that there are people in other countries who really hate us.
My brother still isn't speaking to me.
Oil rig workers seem very keen for me to re-explore the North Sea.
They kept trying to throw me out of their helicopter.
I want to reassure you, the Iran conflict will not affect your energy bills.
I want to, but I can't. We are doomed! Sell up! Burn your furniture! Live in a tent! Cuckoo.
Thank you very much. Now we come to scenes we like to see. So if everyone can make their way over to the performance area, please. I'll read out this week's topics and we'll see what our panellists can come up with. OK, here we go. The first subject is unlikely things to hear on a property show.
Well, despite looking run down, dated and a bit sad, with just a bit of TLC, we can get him back in his chair, pressing his little buzzer.
Well, now it's time for a lick of paint and a sniff of glue.
A real fixer-upper, but the economy's bad and I decided to move in with him anyway.
It has some wonderful period features. The kitchen even has its own cholera outbreak.
Now, look at those wonderful exposed beams. Now, if the roof hadn't caved in, you wouldn't have seen those.
Well, they're renovating another property they've bought for £1. But have they paid too much? Find out in Amanda and Alan's Chernobyl job.
With its sea views, excellent transport links and beautiful luxury accommodation, Epstein Island really is a jewel in the crown.
OK, which one of the two is your least favourite? Right, well, don't send that one to private school and you can afford this flat.
Today, we're going to be answering the most important question when buying a house. Why are estate agents such twats?
Welcome to Homes Under the Hammer. This week, it's Eamon, and the hammer is a sledgehammer.
Well, I've pebble dashed the wall. I'm sorry about that, but I do feel a lot better.
And this property actually has its own blue plaque. I don't know much about the guy, but I like the name Harold and seems he was some sort of sailor or ship man.
Welcome to Grand Designs. And here she is. Well, Gran, what have you designed?
21-year-old Callum is doing a fantastic job on this barn conversion. He's got the drawings done, the builders are on standby, and now it's the tricky part of the project, waiting for his parents to die.
Now, this one is a bit out of your price range, but we've got a handy trick to knock a few grand off the asking price. We've spray-painted the word nonce on the garage.
I think they're going to love this next house. It's near a school, it's everything they wanted, and it's in the country. One problem. That country is Tajikistan.
Homes Under the Hammer, a programme aimed at entrepreneurs, but watched mainly by the unemployed in their underpants, sitting in rented accommodation.
John here is looking for a new premises for his thesaurus shop. And it's all about location, position, whereabouts.
Now, the primary bedroom does have ensuite potential if you're willing to take a shit in the wastebasket.
Right. So, apparently, that was a retaining wall.
I know people don't like estate agents, but we are trustworthy. Now, in answer to your question, no, this flat does not have subsidence. You're going to be
They've broken through the pelvic floor and breathed new life into this old fallopian tube. That's all coming up this week on Changing Wombs.
The next topic is things you don't want a relative to say. Sorry. You have to be on the step.
What's on the step? You've got to be on the step, Ed. You've got to be on the step.
You're not to blame, Ed.
I
You're
know
not
I'm
to
not.
blame. You're not to blame. Change thing when I say the thing, and then you walk in.
All right. Sorry, I've never done the show before.
Things you don't want a relative to say. Not you, Ed.
No, in real life, Dara's a cunt.
Every third generation has a tiny penis. Your grandfather had one.
Hand jobs aren't incest, are they?
You look so much like your father, which is lucky, because he's just got a speeding fine.
Can I have some advice? How long are you supposed to wait before you say, I love you for the first time? Because it's been 34 years, Dad. Just say it.
We're so excited to meet your girlfriend. Your dad's been a subscriber for months.
This has been in our family for generations, and now I'm passing it on to you, son. Congratulations. You're going to be bald before you're 30.
The family that plays together stays together. Who's up for Naked Twister?
OK, can I open another present? What's it going to be? Oh, it's Rhys. I hate Uncle Ben.
Oh, yeah, no, we've done the DNA, so we are 30% Anglo-Saxon, 25% Scandinavian, and 15% sheep. Bah!
While you are under my roof, you will examine my stool samples.
Well, I'm sorry, son, but in this family, we support Tottenham Hotspur.
I've got bad news about your father. He's Robert Jenrick.
Oh, I used to change your nappies, fill them with heroin, and take you over the border.
Just wish Mum and Dad were here to see this, but they couldn't be arsed.
Your Uncle David died doing what he loved. Your Auntie Janet.
Yeah, it was a really difficult birth. I mean, he's absolutely huge. The full 30 pounds completely ripped me in shreds, but we've thought of a name. Dara O'Brien.
Well done, darling. You're finally going to be on Mock the Week. And it's not on the BBC.
The bad news is it's hereditary. The good news is you're adopted.
I'll just clean the table before you sit down. Your grandfather messed it up when he was railing me on it earlier.
God, I hate you, Dad. You're the worst dad in the world. You're even worse than that dad from Outnumbered.
At the end of that round, the points go to Scott, Rhys and Katherine. And that's the end of the show. This week's winners are Ed Byrne, Hugh and Sara Pascoe. Commiserations to Katherine Ryan, Rhys James and Scott Bennett. Thanks for watching. I'm Darrell Green. Good night.